Hey guys, today on Absolute Aquatics, we're going to be gluing this moss, this Physcidens moss, onto this piece of wood, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so first we're going to take this moss off of the mesh that it came on. It's not too hard, just kind of flip it so that the moss can use gravity to come down. And then it'll come off. Alright, set that there. Save these. You never know when you're gonna need something like this. Alright, so I'm using the original super glue brand, the gel type. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your glue, you're gonna put it on the wood where you want the moss to grow. I do suggest wearing gloves. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright, so the glue is there. Now I'm going to just take a small chunk of this and I'm going to stick it on. Even though it's wet, I'm just going to stick it right onto the glue. And I'm just going to leave it there. And then if you have like a flap like this that I'm not too confident is going to stay, just put a bit on the moss when you fold it up, and then set it back down. And then just repeat the process until you're out of moss or out of glue. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've glued the moss all the way across this piece of wood. Now let's go put it in a tank and see how it looks. I'm not worried about the super glue because it instantly will cure as soon as it's wet. So let's go put it in the tank. And as you can see, we've got that piece of wood into this 20-gallon long. I've got these rocks on the ends to keep it held down. This piece of wood is not yet waterlogged. So before I use this piece of wood for the project that I'm going to be doing in the future, I wanted to get it waterlogged and I wanted to get the moss onto it just to make a video. I think it's pretty cool looking, and you can see that white stuff in the moss, that's the glue, and that is perfectly normal. You should expect that when you glue the moss down, but once the moss grows out, you will not see that, and then the aesthetic appeal of the moss will just be the moss. You will not see the glue. Another way that you can attach moss to wood like this is to lay it on like I did, but then wrap like some black sewing thread around the wood until the moss is held on, and then just tie it each time you wrap around. I have used that method in the past. I like it a lot because you more instantly get the nice look because the thread is harder to see than the glue. But the glue will go, you won't notice the glue sooner than you won't notice the thread. So for instant appeal, use the thread, but for a longer and nicer look, I think that this looks nicer and holds better, because when I've used the thread in the past, sometimes it's held the moss down very well and other times it has just lifted right up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see where this piece of wood will be going in my next aquascape.